And we are live. I am Dr. Cassandra Bradford. This is Business First, and we are having a great time already with Dr. Wendy Talley. And oh my God, she reigns from Los Angeles, California. As you guys can see, she's the ever beautiful Dr. Talley. She is smart. She's kind. She's beautiful. She's intelligent, let me tell you. And this girl came to Run Women's Conference here in Dallas, Texas, and knocked the roof the the hotel. And I'm telling you, we had to have her come back. She did it again. I said, okay, hold on. This girl is a roof shaker. So I want to introduce to you Dr. Wendy Talley from Los Angeles, California. How you doing, girl?
Yes, we're back.
Isn't she beautiful, y'all? Look at her. She's just glowing over there. I don't know. She got a kiss from her husband this morning or something, but she over there glowing.
Absolutely. I'm just so glad to have this opportunity with you again. I miss you so much. I can't wait to come back to Texas. I told Texas I'm coming back. We gonna figure this thing out.
Yes, yes, we are. I mean, oh my God, Wendy, you are doing so much. So tell everybody what you do, right? I know you're more than just a pretty face. So let everybody know what you do.
Yes. Oh my God. What don't I do? So I am your girl. I'm America's #1 goal strategist is what I do. I love creating goals. I love creating strategies. I love helping people be able to design the perfect outlook of their business, of their projects, or what have you, right? And I use proven tools by smart goals and time management. That's just what I do. And I created a workbook for that. So I'm just so excited about that. But my heart, my foundation is in therapy. I'm a therapist, right? I'm in mental health, so I'm a social worker. And I just recently graduated from the University of Southern California with my doctorate in social work. So, yes, that's why you see the DR in front of my name. Excited about that. It took me 17 years to get it, but that's okay.
I'm not counting. I'm not counting because I can't even talk.
Exactly. But what's been so amazing, and I've been, just trying to see if I want to talk about it or wait. But you know what? I can't hold it back. God has really blessed me with this amazing opportunity. I finally have my own app. And not just any app. Y'all know
Tell us about it, girl. You gotta spill the tea.
Yes, I know, but you know what? This what's so great about this. This is the first time I've ever talked about it publicly, and I'm doing it here on the business podcast. So I'm so excited. I have created the first screening tool for intimate partner violence amongst our aging couples, our little lovely older couples that are still in relationships, but they're dealing with domestic violence. So I've created an amazing screening tool that's discreet and a proven way for us to be able to identify abuse in our couples. And, we need to be able to, and it's October, right? Breast cancer awareness and domestic violence awareness. And so we need to be able to talk about those things. We need to be able to identify these prevailing issues. Domestic violence is a pandemic in itself, and it's a health issue, for the entire world. And we need to unveil it in our older community because it's happening, right? And so I have created a screening tool. It's on Apple, it's on Google Play, and all of the proceeds go to a nonprofit called Hidden No More, where I have been appointed by the board as the executive director.
This girl is doing it. This girl is so no. Okay, so tell me this: when you say aging or older adults, tell me the demographic, the age group.
So the age starts at 50, right? And for my beautiful, fabulous 50-year-olds, don't worry, I'm 47, so I'm almost there with you. But that doesn't mean you're not 50 and fabulous and 50 and sexy. You all in that bag of chips. So calm down. Exactly, right? We look good, right?
Yeah. I look good.
Exactly. But when we look at the American society, when we look at how we are according to the Department of Rehabilitation and Department of Aging, we begin our aging process at about age 50. And so that naturally, I know we can put our, our makeup on, our hair, some bought, some real, and we can put that on. Right. But what it is that we begin to decline, our mind begins to decline, our health begins to decline, and we need more attention. So the demographic that it focuses on is 50 years and above that are you either currently in a relationship, okay, intimate relationship. That means you've had some cuddle time together, right? Or you may have been you may be a widower, okay? Or you could be someone, maybe you've had it in the past, you're currently separated or divorced, but you have experienced some sort of violence, control, manipulation in the areas of physical, verbal, mental, sexual, and financial, right? And neglect.
Yes.
So in those various areas, a person that is of an aging relationship, they experience so many frustrations. And in those frustrations, they are not successfully aging well. So we need to learn how to age well. Well, when you've got someone that has turned spouse to caregiver and you guys are not aging well, there could be financial issues, there could be adult children issues. It could be the fact that, the mind is declining and you're becoming, where you're dealing with Alzheimer's or where you're dealing with dementia or some sort of cognitive decline. The other partner may have some frustration in regards to that.
Yes.
Financial, you name it. So anytime there's a disruption that causes a level of discomfort in the relationship, then there's a high possibility of violence in the home, even homicide. And there has been reported issues of homicide amongst our aging couples. So we need to identify that. We, doctors, nurses, if you're watching this, I know you're watching it.
Yes.
Every medical visit, not sometimes, not just the first time, but every medical visit, we've got to screen for intimate partner violence. We
Yes.
have to. Because if we don't do that, we can miss a pivotal point that either can save somebody's life or prevent further injury. And so the app is called, you guys write it down. It's called Save and Aging, AGING, Save and Aging Life. And if you look that up, it's the first thing that pops up because it's popping. And the app is only $2.99. You can buy that with a cup of coffee at Starbucks
Come on now.
or a Happy Meal at McDonald's, right? Or maybe KFC, whatever you like to eat. But all the proceeds go to a wonderful nonprofit organization called Hidden No More, where they unveil and have mental health services and case management services in the home for our aging couples. And so they've appointed me as executive director to help develop the program and to be able to manage their clinical team.
So, Wendy, oh my God, this is so amazing. So tell me some of the attributes of this app. What can a person, so the app can do what?
So the app can actually, so what it happens is that, you know how when we begin to have some cognitive decline, right?
Mhm.
So we may not be able to comprehend questions, maybe struggling with reading, comprehension, all those different types of things. And so I have decided in working with some doctors as well that we need to be able to get them to say, to be able to identify what they're going through in those areas that I mentioned earlier. So I created pictures. So I put pictures of elders from different backgrounds, black, white, Asian, you name it, in every persuasion, to be able to go in and look at a picture, whether they have black eyes, a broken arm, they're being verbally yelled at, they're scared, they look alone, their money's being taken. But they can be able to look at this picture and they can say, have you experienced this in the last 30 days? And all they have to do is either nod their head, yes or no. Or there's a green and red button on the screen they can touch. Red means, of course, no, and green means yes. So what they can do is they can identify. Red is a 0 point, green is 1 point. It's a total of 30 cards. When it's all calculated, at the very end, it'll tell the provider that one, if any indication of abuse, you immediately call Adult Protective Services. Now, I love Adult Protective Services. They do not provide domestic violence resources.
Mm-hmm.
They are a very great tool for elder abuse.
Mm-hmm.
But in addition, they will get a therapist that will work with them in the home and a case manager.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, as the numbers increase, there's a possibility of the individual, it could be the perpetrator or the victim, having to be removed from the home. But that's difficult, Dr. Bradford. You cannot remove an elderly person from the home.
Yeah. You can't. Yeah, it's too hard.
It's very hard. And so shelters are not prepared for their unique needs. And so that's when we bring in a case manager that maybe they need to be placed maybe in a nursing home or senior living temporarily so that we can help repair that relationship and then hopefully they can move back in. But if it ends up to where they cannot because it's too severe, we can probably get the adult children to take them, or an family member. So we need to be able to create those safe spaces because our aging population is very unique. So that's what the screen tool does.
So now, Wendy, so how can we get the word out about this app? Because you know, domestic violence is near and dear to my heart. And so when I hear domestic violence, we think of women maybe our age or younger. But we forget about the women that are, hey, maybe have been living with this for years. Because back in their day, as they may say, they didn't talk about that. A real woman, a real lady, doesn't tell her personal business, right? And so they've been closed mouthed. But you know, it still goes on. It still happens even to this very day. And so, how do we get the word out about this app? Who would be a great client for this app? Would it be doctors? Would it be medical providers? Would it be children with whose parents that they may suspect? I mean, I don't know. Tell me.
Well, we need to get the word out. Definitely. You are a medical provider because you're watching this. You may be a nurse, somebody in your family. Definitely let them know that they can just easily put this on the phone. We need to get the word out in our news media because with the current pandemic, we are getting reports already that the data has gone up because we're living with our abuser even more. We're stuck in the children are stuck in the home with their abuser. And that's scary, right? And so they have no place to go. We need to get domestic violence shelters on the phone. We need to be able to, get the National Domestic Violence Hotline to really be able to add this to their website. Because you can be able to download this.
Or 211, guys. 211.
Exactly.
Yes.
Everybody. We need to be able to do this. And it's really easy to implement. So it is a great indication that there's something happening and we need to do it right now. Because if we don't ask, they won't tell. And you're right. They could have started out as a 20-year-old, a 30-year-old in his wonderful marriage. But they were taught by tradition and by family, what stays in the house, what goes on in the house stays in the house. Who women are told, I've had a woman, I actually got a client a few weeks ago, young woman. She wasn't, her father was very controlling, but she ended up getting into a domestic violence relationship. And for years she's experienced to the point where her abuser put a gun to her head.
Oh my God.
We could have lost a beautiful woman, right? But she was able to get out. She flew back home, which is here, and she was able to get away from her abuser. The problem is she came home to a verbally abusive home, where her father told her, you should have stayed, you probably did something to him, and you should have obeyed. How many people have heard that?
Yeah, me.
I've had family members tell them, maybe it's your fault, or maybe you need to do better. And let's not forget the men.
Yes, they're
out there that are being abused.
Yes, ladies, come on, y'all. With this is a weapon. This mouth. I'm gonna tell you something, Wendy. My mother told me a man never hits, but a woman never spits, which means we need to stop putting our mouth on these men. We cannot. Let's be honest. I know we're bad. We're this. We're that. But we were not created to physically whoop a man. lesbian. I want to stay in my lane. I want to be dainty. I want to be cute. I want to be cared for. I want to be chaste. I want doors open for me, right? So I want to stay in my lane. Now, I think I'm bad on, Mondays and Fridays. I don't know. But I'm not going to put my hands on a 6'5" man knowing I'm only 5'5" wet. So, but it's our mouths sometimes. And I'm not a survivor of domestic violence. I'm a thriver. So I said I'm gonna stop saying I'm a survivor because I'm not surviving. I'm thriving. So I think we have to learn how, and and I don't want to get ahead, but I know that we've taught how to diffuse, right? When we've gone through, we've taught how to diffuse, how to lower our tone, how to our volume, how to change our tone. I said, but sometimes we aggravate and agitate, and our men have taken it. And so, please expand. Come on, tell us about it.
Absolutely. Men, let's talk about it. Societal norm says what? Men don't get abused. When they don't, if you let a woman hit you or bring you down, you're weak. You're nothing. You're not a man. I'm gonna take your man card. There was the old rule, the thumb rule, right? Back, so many years ago, where there was a rule you couldn't beat your wife anything with a thumb. Well, what does women do? Women, like you said, we can use our mouth. We can be emotionally and psychologically manipulative.
Yes.
Take money. We can use other weapons, and sometimes there are women that do hit, because we have some very fragile or very passive men, and they may have come from very controlling households.
Yes.
So men can also too. I have to say this. I don't care what anyone says. Men can be sexually assaulted as well.
Yes. Yes.
The body is going to respond regardless of the event. It is what the body does. Even in fear, it's going to respond. And so we need to be able to make a safe and non-judgmental space for our men to come forward and say that my wife, my loved one is abusing me. And we need to be able to allow them to be safe and still feel like they're strong in their weakness. Strength in your weakness to get help for yourself and identify and unveil, hidden no more, where we can be able to do that. And so we need to understand that men can get abused, and they're just as vulnerable as anyone else. So I know historically we've always looked at men being the abuser, but women have the downright capacity to be able to stand in that space. And we need to be able to look at that. Also, too, I don't want to forget our LGBTQ community.
Yes.
That is also a big issue in their relationships as well. It doesn't matter who your partner is, the violence is still the same. But it's even worse to them because they have to deal with so many swords against them. Whether if they're a person of color, their sexual orientation, or how they identify as far as their gender, and then also too, they're being abused. And law enforcement.
Yes.
Law enforcement. Our police officers, our firefighters, right? Listen. Human beings, whether regardless of their sexual orientation or the color of their skin, or regardless of what language they speak, law enforcement, we've got to take it seriously. We got some great police officers out there, and we got some bad apples too. But when it comes to domestic violence, regardless of where they come from, we need to be able to take it seriously. So even police officers can have this tool right on their phone. And if they have it on their phone, they can have a nonverbal, effective conversation where they can say, "Do this after me," while they're standing off to the side, and then they can show the results. Okay, and no one even has to have a conversation. They've been able to identify, this is a true victim, this is what happened, and let me go ahead and get you referred over to Hidden No More or your primary care provider. And so I just want to be able to make sure we identify that it's not just heterosexual relationships, but that it is also in our LGBTQ community.
I'm telling you, Wendy, I met a guy, and he told me, he says, "Cassandra, I am a victim of domestic violence." He says, I got married. I married a woman with kids, and she told me about her ex-husband. And, you know, being a man, being macho, I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to protect you. Don't worry about it. You here with me. Right?
Yeah.
So he tells me he went off to work. He left his pregnant wife, new wife at home with their children.
Yeah.
And the ex-husband found her and killed her and the babies. And so he said it took him, even to this day, he said it happened maybe 8-9 years ago. And he has it difficult when he's out even trying to date. He says because he's asking all these questions about, especially if he's dating a woman with children. Yeah. Tell me about your ex. Tell me about, is he crazy? Tell me what disputes you guys have. And so, of course, a lot of women's like, wait a minute, I don't want to talk about him. I want to talk about us. He says, but because of that trauma,
right.
He said that he finds it very difficult, even to date, because it's that fear that grips him. That what if I marry somebody else, you know? And maybe he said, you know, he blamed himself. I didn't take it serious. She told me he was abusive, and she moved a couple of times, and he's thinking, well, you got me now. I'm going to protect you. I'm King Kong, right? Yeah. And he said, here it is that he goes off to work, and I don't think they were married for a year. So our men, we cannot leave out our men, but we got to figure, how do we get this app out where we're not, I know that this is election year.
Yes.
We need to write to our politicians, guys. If you guys are watching this, how many politicians need to know about this, right? Because I know there's funding with the city under these city block grants. Don't get me started. Yes. And our cities need to know this, right? And because they can fund this project with 211. Yeah. So Wendy shouldn't have to figure out what is it going to take for her to get this app out that's going to help so many people. Wendy, I'm going to tell you what I would do. I would go to my city council. I go to my city councilman. I'm not even in his district. Get him on board. Hey, and send him an email. Thank you for being on board. And if I was in your district, you would fund this project. Then go print that email and go take it to my city council. Do you know how many people follow me that could or could not vote for you?
Exactly.
I think this is a bill. I think this is a bill you need to draft and get behind. So this is covered in the city budget.
Yes. Yeah, it needs to be. It definitely needs to be.
And I'm gonna tell you something. When there's a phone call.
Yeah.
Get to your county commissioners. They got. Hey, I don't know how. They got petty cash. I don't know what it is in Los Angeles. I know how much our petty cash here is in Texas. It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
And they can fund a whole lot of senior citizens getting this, right? Yeah, right? Don't get me started. Then I go to my congressman. But then I will also, Wendy, I want to tell you to see, this is me just loving Wendy so much. You need to put this on the Wounded Warriors resource. You are a doctor. You provide counseling, so you should be on there as well. And it's, if you go to nrd.gov, N as in Nancy, R as in Richard, D as in David.gov, register your practice, and then register this app. And you can probably get the federal government involved. It'll be free. So now because now with the new bill that was passed about domestic violence with the military, I'm gonna tell you, I was on the phone late yesterday afternoon for almost 2 hours with a good friend of mine that helped get that federal bill passed. She is a survivor, a thriver. She was in the military. She was a commander who was violently raped by her commander, general. Can you imagine? Someone who's supposed to protect you in the field.
Right.
So
and that's unfortunate. That's real.
And so now we're just now getting our military is now rewriting their guidelines, where now they have to protect, and now it's a part of their disability. Yeah. That now that we have to shoulder in our taxes because we got to pay for that disability that's caused by our military. So there's so many ways that, I mean, those are the only ways I know I'm not smart, but you guys listen to this, write to your congressman and say, listen, I know a lady named Dr. Wendy Talley who has this app. It's called Save an Aging Life, right?
Right.
Save an Aging Life. Is how much on Google and app?
It's only $2.99.
$2.99.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, no paparazzi. This is $2.99.
So listen, how do we get this where it's not taken out of grandma's or grandpa's little Social Security? We need to get the government to buy this so our first responders can have access to this, because they don't know what to look for. They're there. They're trying to answer a call. They're trying to diffuse stuff. They're trying to get people separate and get all the information straight. So then, you know, and then probably while they're there, they get another call to go somewhere else to resolve another problem. So they need to know, hey, there's this app I'm supposed, green button, red button.
That's it.
It's
green
simple.
pill or red pill. That's it. Just take the pill. You know, while they're on the scene, you got people. You know, we got supporters on the scene. One talking to the victim, one talking to the perpetrator, and then they can just easily just give them their phone, their iPad, or whatever. We can fund so many electronics to be able to download this in the field, whether it's through, you know, like you said, your first responders, your essential workers, your law enforcement, your EMTs, all those other things. They can have them on the military site. And you're right, my dad was a veteran, and he experienced PTSD, and unfortunately, my mother had experienced domestic violence at his hands. Now, when I came around, by the time I came around, there was no domestic violence, right? I never saw anything. I heard something one particular day, and I saw the aftermath, but I never saw it again after that. And I always wondered, what was the issue? Always been something that, you know, has been plaguing me. And while I was in school, my mother got very ill, and she ended up passing away within the 4 months of me being in the doctoral program. And I vowed that I was going to do something to honor her and my father, who should have gotten help, who should have, somebody at the doctor's office should have said something. The time when she did call the police, somebody should have said, what is going on and how can we help you? So if I can use this app to be able to save not one life, but many lives, that I can get somebody to just say, hey, somebody help me. If this can help anyone just to finally say the word, let's go ahead and do this thing. We need this to be, it's easily accessible, right? We don't want any kids downloading this thing, and we don't want it to be used. We got to be mindful of technology can be used to even control victims. We got to be careful of that. But we need to definitely get this out, because I'm telling you, this pandemic is not over. And when the dust settles, listen, y'all, when the dust settles on this thing, the numbers, the tragedies that are going to come out of this thing is going to be beyond what we can possibly imagine. And so we need to get ahead of this thing. And so Save the Aging Life is ahead of this thing right now. And so we need to be able to get this out and into the hands of people that's going to use it to help save lives. And so Save the Aging Life, it is available. It's only $2.99. And again, watch this. It doesn't go into my pocket. It goes into the pocket of the nonprofit called Feeding No More that is providing therapy and case management for our aging population in the home. But I want to say something. If you are someone that needs this, but you're not 50 and above, and you still want to come to Aging Life and get those resources and those services, you can still come. We're not going to close our door. I'm the executive director, and I'm going to make sure to let our board know that we can service so many. This is our target population, but we won't close the door on anyone. And we will collaborate with each and every one. I want to collaborate with Peace Over Violence. You know, I want to collaborate with so many organizations, so many shelters, that we can be able to collaborate and come together and make it one team to eliminate and eradicate violence in the home. Our aging population needs to live out their life successfully. So let's help them do that. But we got to talk about the issues, we got to identify it, we got to treat it, and we got to get rid of it. We got to do it right now.
Man, we are running out of time. I'm telling you, this is so good, man. Now listen, I know that you guys are watching me. I have sponsors and people with AARP. I need you guys to contact Dr. Wendy Talley about this app. I know you guys are watching. So Dr. Wendy, can you tell people how to get in touch with you?
Absolutely. You can definitely get in touch with me in so many different ways. The very and most important way is to email me. Email me at hidden. Now, this is a special way. I know people be like, is her dyslexia popping up on this list? Is that her dyslexia? Because I have two learning disabilities, right? That's why I'm so amazing. So, no, I promise you, this is how it's spelled, okay? It's hidden, but it's with four D's. So it's HIDDBDEN. No more. MO more. MORE. And the reason why we have four D's is that we're dedicated, we're devoted, we're determined, and we are definitely willing to devote every single thing that we are able to do for our clients. And so we have those essential workers that are working for us. We have skilled individuals. And so hidden no more with four D's. I promise you, it's not wrong. Hidden no more at gmail.com. You can also locate me. You can find me on Facebook here. I'm connected to Dr. Cassandra Bradford and Wendy Talley, DSW, LCSW. I'm also on Instagram as well. So look me up, DM me. You can email me as well, so we can be able to get you that app. And we will do training. We will do virtual training to help you learn how to use the app and really understand domestic violence, intimate partner violence, and our agents.
And I want to let you guys know that if you need any kind of help, if you need to talk about your relationships, if you need to talk about yourself and where you're trying to go, I tell you, did you hear what she said she does for a living? I need you guys to reach out. We need counseling these days. I needed counseling. I'm not afraid to tell you. I went to counseling. That's what made me want to get my doctorate. And I was in a domestic violence situation. My ex-husband was a pastor of a large church in California. And if it wasn't, in the end, I became the abuser. And I remember saying, God, you need to deal with him because he's this, that, and the third. And God said, you're the same person. And when he said that to me, it bothered me. It brought me to tears because he said, not only is he putting his hands on you, but you're putting your hands on him. And in the end, I became the abuser. And so I ran to the nearest therapist I could find. And it changed the entire trajectory of my life. So I'm telling you, if you need, I know we're going through a pandemic and we're going through all kinds of things because we're in close quarters with people that we didn't like in the first place, or we liked them, but we found out some things that maybe we didn't ask before. There's all kinds of things going on right now in the home, outside the home, just with you personally. How do I grow as a person? I want to be the better Cassandra than I was last year or yesterday. I know I need some kind of help. I need to talk this thing through. We're not afraid of counseling anymore. We need to stop this. We don't go to counseling. Who said that? Who told you that? I want you to name them. I want first, middle, last name. Because if you cannot give me and I want addresses and phone numbers, because I will make a phone call and tell them, what's wrong with you? We all need to go. And so you need to get in contact with Dr. Wendy. She is licensed, trained to deal with this. So, man, we did not get to talk about all the stuff I wanted to talk about. But I am so proud of you, Wendy. If I remember she was in our doctoral program and she was, oh my God, the sky is falling. I didn't summons all the prayer warriors. She was like, no, it was just, it was caulking from the ceiling. I don't know. Yeah. And so I'm like, I understand what it's like. It took me 12 years to get mine. So,
but it's over and it's here.
Hey.
And I told the family, to my Texas family, to my Dallas family, I told y'all, the next time I come back, y'all gonna call me Dr. Talley. And now we are. But I just want to thank you for the opportunity. And, we got a lifetime to be free. You're my sister, you're my friend, you're my everything. And if ever you need me, I am definitely here in whatever capacity. And I know she's gonna call me now. Oh Lord, let me get my bags back because I already know. But But I just want folks to be able to understand that this is something that's real. We have to take it seriously, and you can have God and in there. Faith without works is dead. And God created all things. You can't separate what God created based off of what you're conveniently liking or what you want in your life. He does not go on our time and what we choose. But this is what He does because it is His world and it is in His word, and we got to stand on it. And since I'm a believer and a fair, faith without works is dead. And so we're not dead in our hidden no more in my private practice. We are alive, we are thriving, and we are helping individuals, in this fight so that we can stop this violence because the world is hurting. The world and we need love. And we need to stop hurting each other. And we need to get back to it.
This has been a great show. Listen, you guys need to check out the replay. It will be on YouTube. You can go to Dr. Cassandra Bradford on YouTube. It will be on my YouTube channel. You guys need to find this, share this with your friend. If you are a therapist, first responder, politicians, I know a lot of y'all that are following me. I need your help to get this app where it needs to go. It doesn't need to lie dormant. I think you need to get this app where it needs to go. So you guys know how to inbox me, message me. I'm on Facebook, social media. I am drcass.com. That's how you reach me. And hey, this has been a great show with the beautiful, the talented, the intelligent, the smart Dr. Wendy Talley. That's all I have for now. Dr. Cassandra Bradford. I'm signing off, and I'll see you at the top. Bye.